What's up? What's up? Who's in here? Hello. I can't sleep. I'm bored. Deuce is actually in bed before me. I can see you, but I can't see who you are. Hopefully you're one of my regulars. Sorry. So far, I can't see chat yet, so just hang on. I'm not on the backup computer or none of that. Deuce is sleeping. I'm just in here by myself. Now I'm alone. Now I'm alone. Now I'm alone. Hello, hello. I don't know if you're a regular because I can't see you. Welcome to the chat. I'm bored. What's going on? I'm a freedom fighter. In case you don't know who I am and you just slipped up on it. If you are used to me, say something. Let me make sure my camera's turned up too. It's a big one. Nope. Okay, I'm back. Now my camera's turned up. I was wondering why it was so damn dark. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Hello, hello. I see two. Hopefully it's some of my regulars. I'm not used to you. Yes, you are, Grow Better. How are you? Why are you up so late? And by the way, where are you chatting with me from? Because I like your name, Grow Better. I've thought about it several times, but I'm wondering where it comes from. Why did you choose Grow Better? You'll get used to me. I'm Mrs. Uncle Deuce, troublemaker. For what? How are you going to get in trouble? There ain't nobody be here but me and you. Deuce has passed the hell out. He has passed the hell out, man. You can't get in no trouble. It's just me and y'all. Y'all please hit that like button for me, though. So, troublemaker, what are you doing up so late? You're like me, you can't sleep. I can tell you in the time that Deuce and I have been together, I don't think I have fallen asleep before him. Ever. I mean, he's fallen asleep before me, ever. You know what, though? If we don't learn and grow as we live, what is the point in living? See, that's the thing. It doesn't even matter what side of the aisle we're on or what side of the aisle we're not on or what we agree with and what we don't. The one thing, the fundamentals is what we need. The fundamentals of our beliefs, which is it doesn't matter whether you are on Aruba or whether you're on us or whether you're exposed to me because of Aruba, regardless of what brought you here, you are here in this group for a purpose. And if you want to grow, this is a good place to start. Because that's what I want for the channel. I want the channel to grow. My optimism right now is better than Deuce's because Deuce is buried with so much crap going on that he knows. I can't say that he don't know nothing about, but in a way I don't know nothing about. So the stuff that he's dealing with is stuff that I can only begin to assume. Me too, Trouble. Me too. I stay up late, usually. Since I got with Deuce and I've gotten in the ritual of getting the kids in bed and getting them up for school and getting him up for work, I've been going to bed really early, but tonight I'm actually awake. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't go to sleep, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning Texas time. I'm just awake. I'm wide awake. So even though Deuce is asleep, I have nothing better to do than to come on here and just say hi and see what's going on because I can't rest. He's like, whatever you do, don't go live. Well, I'm going live. I'm going live because I have nothing else to do. I'm not sleepy yet. I'll admit I've had a couple of drinks, but I'm straight. So Trouble and Grow is my audience. That's cool. Troublemaker, you're in Texas, right? It's just me and you, Trouble. You're straight. Tonight, anyway. Tonight it's just us. There's only you and Grow and me, so it's just us. I don't even care who comes in here tonight. I'm not paying it no attention. I can't sleep, so I thought I'd go live to see who was up. Lord, if only my chat would catch up, that would be awesome. But it might be that there's only 2 of us in there, including me. By San Antonio, Texas. I thought you were in Texas. I have an uncle in Cibolo. Have you ever heard of Cibolo, Texas? Oh, really? So you're right at the border. That's crazy. Are they being stiffer on the border, or do you see a more lax border? What do you see, Grow? What do you see at the border of, I would say, Canada and the U.S., because that's where it looks like you're at. And believe it or not, the one state that I can say that I have visited that's kind of like off the wall would be Seattle, Washington. And I visited Seattle because I had nothing better to do, and a friend of mine was there. And so when I went to Seattle, I didn't know what to expect, but I left here at it was summertime here. I remember that. Cibolo? Cool. My uncle, I'll get back to my story in a minute, bro, but my uncle drove a semi truck, or actually, he started with a small company and built it up to where he owned his own trucks. It was called JLW Trucking. It was located out of Cibolo, Texas. Have you ever heard of it? And Grow Better, I visited Seattle and didn't really realize the beauty of the place until I got there. I've never in my natural born life, that's why I think I really want to visit North California, because when I was in Seattle, the scenery to Seattle was unbelievable. It was more than I could ever explain. When you look on your left side, you've got the water. And when you look on your right side, you got the mountains, or vice versa. Either way, on one side, you've got the water. And on the other side, you got the mountains. How can you beat that as far as a landscape to actually view every day and see? How can you beat that scenery? Other than the fact that Seattle, it rains all the time. It's colder there. And it was a temperature shock for me. Hello, we got 3. Who's number 3? My chat's below, way, 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 way behind. So, whoever you are, I can't see you quite yet. What did I do with my cup? Oh, okay. Oh, so you have heard of it. Jimmy Brewer and Hilda Brewer, which is where the J&H Trucking comes from. My uncle built that company from the ground up, and it's his name on that truck. So there you go. Small world. Who's number 3? Who else can't sleep? Who's number 3? Troublemaker and grow is all I see. Yep. Although now, if he's in the trucking business still, he's doing it from like the sidelines. He doesn't drive anymore. Used to, when I was in San Antonio with him, his job in the company was to own it, to run it, and to like go get stranded trucks and shit. But other than that, he really didn't do too much. He had already laid low. And so now, if he's still in the business, which I haven't talked to him in several years, but if he's still in the trucking business, because my uncle now is in his almost 80s, if he still runs the company, he's doing it on the lay low, on the down low, on the lay low, whatever you want to call it. He's taking it easy and letting everybody else do the work. Let's put it that way. And see, I still see Grow and Troublemaker as my 2, and I don't see who number 3 is. And if number 3 doesn't speak soon, I may have to give you and Troublemaker, one of you, a wrench. Because I'm not going to play these games. We got somebody lurking, it looks like, unless my chat's just really outdated. Carrie, Carrie Musings, you're my 3rd one. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Carrie? I just saw you. I'm sorry. I've tuned into you a couple of times. I got exposed to you, I think, through the 1776 movement, and I also saw you in like-minded chats, like hello, whoever number 4 is. I also found you in like-minded chats, like Aruba and other places. So I just wanted to let you know that I do know that you were with the freedom movement, but you were not quite as well known. And or maybe you're affiliated with people who's affiliated with the movement. But either way, I've seen you in passing, and I just want to tell you that I'm glad that I finally get a chance to say hello to you, and it's quiet, and there's not a lot going on. So welcome to the chat, Carrie, and I tune into you every once in a while. Trouble says, my husband is still off due to his cancer treatments, but he will be back on the road soon. Well, I mean, Trouble, to be honest with you, let me ask you something. How, with him out of work and him having cancer, how are you guys making it? I'm just getting to know him. So sometimes, for the longest time when you're involved with the movement and you're involved with the freedom movement, you don't connect the dots as much. And I was one of those people. I was struggling, plus I was trying to mod, plus I was trying to be everything for Santa, plus I was trying to be on the top of everything with the movement and yada yada. So when it come down to it, a lot of the fine lines I didn't catch. But you guys, and I'm without a gimbal. I'm without any kind of aid, so it's going to be choppy tonight. I'm just being me. This is just me after dark, just me and y'all. Deuce is sleeping, and we come as a pair usually. But to be honest with you, tonight I just want to chillax, have a drink or two, chill out, and just kind of get to know the chat on a personal level. And the few that's in here is the better, because only the true patriots or the true followers would be in here at 1:00 in the morning. So, Carrie, it looks like you got a biggest fan in here. Troublemaker 87 says you are awesome. Yeah. So, What's everybody up to? Why can't anybody sleep? Troublemaker says, well, first let me back up because see, my chat's slow and I don't have a backup tonight, so y'all have to bear with me. Carrie's Musing says, thanks all, I see you. I'm associated with Aruba, been following since TPC day one in California. Awesome. So you came in at TPC and you're an Aruba junkie, which I can understand. She is the most awesome and laid back person there is, and she is a freedom fighter, and I admire her greatly. So welcome to the room. Welcome to the group. I am subscribed to you, just so you know, and I do check in sometimes. I don't always say anything, but I'm there. Troublemaker says, I am a female, and we had savings built up. He has been off work since August 24th of 2021. Okay, first off, August 24th is my father's birthday, and so it's sentimental to me. And you guys, this is 2023, so you're going on 2 years. How in the hell are you making it? How are you doing it? Just to update you, okay, Carrie Musings, come in and I'll mod y'all so you can promote your pages. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can. Nope. Without being online on the laptop, I can't actually make you a mod. Hold on, guys. Just hold on a second. Let me see if I can get to the computer. Okay, y'all deal with the dark for a second. Hold on just a minute. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to put you on the pedestal. There we go. So I can look you up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and go in, Carrie, because we have a rule in Double Deuces. Here we go. Just a minute. I have you mod as Double Deuce. What do you mean? Troublemaker says, I watch Carrie periodically, but I also stay silent there as well. I do in a lot of chat rooms too. So what I'm going to do, turn this down. All right, here we go. Carrie, hold on 1 second. Yes, I am a mod in Double Deuces because I'm a page creator. It's my page, so I always will be. All right. Okay, Carrie, I need you to type something for me from now on your page. Oh, I do? Or you are? I am? Okay, cool. Cool, because I didn't know that. But next time you go live, I'll remember that. I'll get in there and mod with you. That's not a problem. I forget sometimes. I'm sorry. All right, there you got a wrench. See, you got a wrench. You got a wrench. And the way we work it in this room, and in the beginning, okay, the way it works is we got Carol and Third of Its Kind. They control the chat in the room. But then we've got people like y'all that come in here and y'all can do the links and stuff. And y'all can throw your links in everybody else's as well. Because when I'm live, I can't throw links at all. So I'm going to make you a mod in here. And what you can do is you can promote your channel. And then I also, let me just make sure while I'm on the computer then I know I'm sub to you. So I'm going to go to your channel real quick. Just hold on a second. All right, I love your cat that you've got on the picture, by the way. It is absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I am subbed. I'm going to make all saucy whenever you're live. And I see your subscribers are Convoy Santa, which I'm subscribed to, Mag Americans, Buffalo 11, Aruba Dive Girl, which is my bomb, Crystal Sanderson, Freedom Express Media, Stormtrooper, We the People 75. Yeah, you're my kind of people, Carrie. Welcome to the room. So I'm showing 3 right now. I'm going to refresh real quick on the computer to see where we're at. Like I said, I'm sleepy. I'm showing 4 on the cell phone right now. Let's see who's in here. I got 4 watching on the computer. So who's number 4? We got Trouble, we got Carrie, we got me, and we got Grow. Who's number 4? And I get the silent part too, Grow. Sometimes it's better just to sit back and watch shit because you'll learn. You know what I mean? That's how I learned to mod. And I'm not perfect, but I'm getting better every day. So I'm accumulating some merch for the channel. But I'm trying to decide exactly where to go with it. So if you have any ideas on what the channel could be, you guys let me know. I'm showing 2 on the cell phone, which is probably Carrie and Grow. Let me see what's going on. All right, who's still here? We got 2. Who's still here? 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's right, Carrie. I learned by mistakes. Carrie's here. Trouble says, Miss Deuce, we have managed by keeping track of everything spent out. It's hard, but we have done it with only using our savings. It sucks. I don't get my nails done anymore, but don't eat out hardly. Okay, well, here's the thing. You know we're a family, right? So with your husband going through what he's going through, and Double Deuce is coming up, what we're going to try to do is help people. See, that's my long-term goal. See, that's why me and Deuce are so compatible. Because Deuce has got such a heart, y'all, that is unbelievably sensitive to other people's. Hello, whoever number 3 is. He's sensitive to like the environment. He's sensitive to what we're going through. He's sensitive to what the Patriots are dealing with. He's sensitive to J6. So it's not that he's there to make you guys laugh, yes. But if you could understand the heart of this man, then you would understand kind of where I'm coming from, because his approach was, now that we're together, let's make a double channel. So we made a double channel. But he's also camera shy, so he picks and chooses when he pops in. So this time of night at 1 o'clock or 1:20 in the morning, when only a skeleton crew was up, this is really when you get to know your people, because it's one-on-one. So at this point, even though there's not but just 3 or 4 of us in here, it's okay. I don't care. I'm not in here for anything other than to cure my boredom, literally. So if you're in here and you're sticking with me, then hey, then that's going to say, hey, when I go live, you're going to pop in. You know, and Deuce and I are a new couple, and we met because of the freedom movement, and it's special to me. Now, it may not be special to everybody else, but to me, it's special because it's 5 now. Where you are, shoot, where are you at, California? So, You know, I'm just like, I'm the left arm, he's the right arm. Keep hitting that like button. We got 5. I don't know who's in here, but I'm going to refresh so I can see. There's a little lag between my cell phone and the computer, so you guys hang tight. But okay, so I see the same old name. So whoever the 2 of you are, show yourself. She has to be behind me. Wait a minute. Okay, Georgia is, if it's 11 o'clock here, it's 12 o'clock in Georgia. So we're an hour behind. So if you're on, Troublemaker just told me she was near San Antonio. It is 1:22 a.m. here, unless I'm wrong and just completely psychotic. Where are you getting? Okay, who's getting 5 o'clock? Yeah, Grow Better. Where are you at to get 5 o'clock in the morning? It's west, but not coast U.S. It's 1:21 here in San Antonio. It is here too. It's 1:22 here in Fort Worth or DFW. Carrie says it's 2:22 here. Carrie, why are you up so late? You're on the East Coast in my old time. Okay. Carrie says he's in Florida. I didn't know. I did not know that. And you're not coming up with Aruba for the meet and greet? What's wrong with you? My mother-in-law lives in Grapevine, up in Fort Worth. I know where Grapevine is. I sure do. Been there at least once. So I've got a question for y'all. We've got 5 people in here. I don't know but 3 of you, which is cool. Carrie Musing says, don't really know what surfing is. Okay, well, and now we have 6. Nobody can sleep. So I got this question for you. If you have a question for Double Deuces or for me or Produce, what would it be? Now's the time to ask. I'll answer any question. Carrie's pretty with all that hair, has demands. I know, right? Me and Carrie have the same problem. We both went gray. And Carrie, by the way, your gray is beautiful. I traditionally wear mine short because I want out of sight, out of mind. I want a 5-minute hairdo and out the door. I don't want to do all that primping and shit. So, Trouble, tell me something. If you had to say whether you're married or single, or whether you're with someone or not, if you had to say the most important attribute that you would see or notice in someone, what would it be? In other words, what would make or break the relationship with you? Carrie Musing says, growing it until J6ers are released. Are you serious? You're not going to cut it until they're released? What, your beard or your hair? Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you remember Bryant, the one who died with the convoy? Okay, I got you. I got you. You guys, if you're in here, please hit the like button. We just need the support. And if you're going to sit here, you might as well hit the like button because Carrie and Grow are the only 2 talking in trouble. And me, that's 4. I guess I'm included in the 4. But we have 6, so we got 2 just sitting. So hit the like button. And if you don't want to be a part of the conversation, that's fine. And Grow says, that's why it's pretty, Carrie. And Carrie Musing says both. Well, here it is. When I was 16, I believe. Troublemaker says, oh my God, I love Bryant. Always will. And his family. Nobody touched my heart through TPC like Bryant. Bryant would not freaking stop. He didn't let his situation stop him from living out his life to the best of his ability. Now, of course, at the end, I'll say this. If the ants had not stepped in and caused the chaos they caused, he might very well have died in convoy, which I think would have destroyed everybody. So am I thankful that he was removed beforehand? No and yes. Because Bryant was so giving and so sweet and so endured by so many people that there's no way you can look at his endurance with cancer in the convoy and say, hey, I'm going to sit on my ass and not do nothing. Well, if you sit on your ass and not do nothing, then that's your problem. But if you can be inspired at all, Bryant was the one to do it, because despite cancer, despite the treatments, despite everything, he said, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to let nature take its course. And for a couple of months, he was alive more than he's ever been, because for the first time ever, he lived. Okay? And Carrie says he died happy. You damn right. And had the ants and people not interfered with that shit, he'd have been more at peace. Because I do believe firmly to this day, Bryant's dying wish, based on what I saw, was he wanted to die fighting for this country. And that's why he was with 1776. And to this day, I stand firm on saying that I pledge allegiance to this man. Because when people say, I will die for this country, they don't mean that they will really, Haley, that they will really die for this country. They mean that if it's within my circumstances and it's within my comfort zone, then I'm going to do what I got to do for this country. And that's number one problem right there. This man, Bryant, laid his life and his needs on the line and said, screw it. This is what I'm going to go out being known as. And I guarantee you, he did just that. And you're right, Carrie. He is absolutely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, a hero. And I cried the day I found out that they removed him. But I understood, in a sense, why they did it. So, Lee Bart, hello. Hit that like button. How are you? Bryant wanted to stay with 1776 until, and you're absolutely correct. What Bryant wanted, I think, based on the person that I began to know, is that he was the epitome of freedom. He saw firsthand what dealing with big pharma, big tech, big everything, big government, whatever you want to call it, would do to you as a person. He made the choice in the end to stand for freedom and to stand with it without all the help of hospice and all the shit that he probably would have been made comfortable being. But he left this world with a sound mind, and when it got too much for him, his body just couldn't do what it had to do. But I'm going to tell you something. He inspired a nation. So Trouble says he had an awesome last few months, and I think he should have been able to make his own choices. Me and my husband talked about, and I would have allowed my husband to stay in his truck, absolutely, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Trouble, you're absolutely correct. But now, I agree with you 100%. Hit that like button, guys. We got 9. Let me refresh my screen. I don't know who you are. If you're in here, okay, so Carrie, hold on just a second. There we go. All right, Carrie, I got you as mod right now. And if anything goes wrong in this channel, I need you to fix it. I run the channel a lot like Santa runs his chat. I don't allow negative comments against 1776 or any of the streamers. and I don't allow any bad talk about freedom or the movement itself or J6. So with you having a ranch, we've got some lurkers apparently, because this is what I've got on my screen. Troublemaker says, we are lucky my husband beat his cancer, so we didn't have to make that choice. And the cancer treatments are brutal. And Carrie says, it won't show until they chat. Okay, that's what I got on my phone and my computer. But if you see anything or anyone that's out of pocket, you just discreetly do what you do in Santa chat. You've been in Convoy Santa's chat, so you know how we handle it. Okay? And if I need to make a backup mod, I will. But right now, I think you got it. In trouble, I'll have you on the back burner just in case. Because you know how I run things. And you know how I mod. So let's just see what happens. I got 9. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Double Deuces is a freedom channel. It is based on we the people and the struggle for we the people to be heard. We don't follow any political organization, but we have been inspired by the 1776 Restoration Movement, who, when no one else would, stood on the line and protested the national government and the National Mall and Washington, D.C. and the White House and everything that came with it. I, too, served there. I joined 1776 on the lawn, and it was a blast. I'm going to refresh it one more time because my chat's lagging. I got 7 watching according to the computer. And Carrie Musings was the last person to make a comment. So let's ride it out. Oh, yeah, Troublemaker. Yeah, you did. Because here it was. Here's what happened. I knew I was coming into DC late. But by the time I got to the Baltimore airport, which is where I flew in at. I flew into Baltimore. I had to take a train from Baltimore to the airport in D.C. When I got to the airport in D.C., there was a little miscommunication. And finally, I got street directions to, okay, this is my destination right here, and this is where I'm at. How can you tell me how to get from point A to point B? Everybody kept directing me to trolleys and trains and this, that, and the other. And then I got online and I had like 0 battery just about it. But I had like nothing to work with. And I pulled up GPS and realized that without an exact location, I didn't know how to find these guys. And so it was getting late. It was like 11. It was getting like 10:30, 11 o'clock. My battery is almost gone on my phone. And I looked at Deuce. I looked at my phone and I was like, Uncle Deuce is my only hope. So I called him on my last bit of battery and I said, hey, I'm fixing to send you my location. You got to lead me to them. And I finally made it about midnight. And I swear to you, I swear to you, Trouble, I run smack dab into Stormtrooper. I mean, I walked. It was so dark when I got there that I couldn't see shit in front of my face. And I was looking for flags, had been asking directions on how to get there. But the funny thing is because of all the footage with 1776, I knew where David's tent was. And I come across David's tent and I knew I was close. So I just asked a couple of questions from the people there and I made it. Walked right directly into Stormtrooper, collided with him in the dark. He turned around and he was going to say, I'm sorry. And as soon as he spoke, I knew who he was. So after that, it was all good. So Troublemaker says, I saw you there through Storm's channels, which is correct. Carrie's musings, my health kept me home, and two vehicles broken down. I get it. Troublemaker says, I remember that. And Lee Bart says, I'm just grinning like a jackass eating briars. So, yeah, that's how I found Trooper that night. And shortly after I got there, I went to sleep because I was just give out. And, but now I'm going to tell you the life standing there on the lawn with 1776 Restoration Movement and Convoy Santa and Taco Joe and Oreo Express and X-Ray Vision and Glory Be Freedom and Stormtrooper and all these people made it all special because I have watched them in chat for so long that when I finally met them face to face, they were awesome. Lee Bart, where are you from? What part of the country are you from? And what brings you to my channel? I'm going to take y'all back outside shortly. And then I'm going to have to end the live because I'm going to do stuff that y'all don't need to see. That YouTube will not allow. Troublemaker says, I still watch all of them, especially Taco Joe. Yeah, well, Taco Joe has a special place in my heart, and I'll tell you why. I watch first responders media, but I didn't watch them as much because, you know, Taco Joe was always a little reserved. He was always a little laid back. He didn't really push the envelope too much. He was just kind of there to catch the action. So, and he didn't imposition himself and make himself into a little, you know, pain in the butt. So he was, the way he laid back and things made me feel good about him because I thought to myself, well, he can handle himself, and he could, you know, and he did it with discretion, as they say. He did it the right way. And my dad was a big Taco Joe fanatic, and that's who he watched. And when I went to 1776, he was the one that said, I don't think you should go. And I said, well, I'm going to go. I'm going to stand with my people. And when I made it there, he actually talked to Convoy Santa on the phone, and then he talked to Taco Joe with me live and him live. So that was pretty cool. So there's memories that were made during that time that cannot ever be erased. And if we could just unify instead of nitpicking over whether Bandit was in the damn movement from the beginning or whether he wasn't, or whether the squirrels were good or bad, or whether this person was good or bad, or whether Wizzy was good or bad. The last time I checked, this was about freedom. It's not about nitpicking. The nitpicking shit is too late for that. We've got to stand up as one and do something about this crap. And we can't be fighting each other. We've got to be in unison. So Troublemaker says, I still watch all of them, especially Taco Joe. I got you. Lee Bart says, I have seen you when you started up. I am a 1776 Restoration Movement founding member, live in Chicago, but moving in Indiana within 2 weeks. Hold the line. Absolutely correct, Lee Bart. And I was there when Santa started, and then they split off, and he ended up taking the helm. And so I stayed with Santa. I was a mod. I'm still a mod for Santa. I'm a mod for Stormtrooper. I'm not a mod for Glory Be, although Uncle Deuce is. Let's see. I'm a mod for oh my God. Hold on. I can't think of it now. Live with Joshua. And because of Live with Joshua and his wife, let me tell you something. When I was at the lawn, they had a split. There was the ants were there. Okay. The ants were there, and when the ants were there, the Capitol Police showed up. The Capitol Police, and you can look back on some of my footage, and if not, I've got the video to back it up. I assure you. But there was a fine line drawn between the ants on one side, the Capitol Police in the middle, and then it was the Restoration Movement on the other side. Well, apparently there was some kind of miscommunication between the Restoration Movement and the people that were in it, and there was a little tift. Well, when the tift happened, Santa was ready to say, okay, well, I've had it because y'all aren't doing what I told you to do. So Santa split, everybody split. There was a major split. I myself, because it was a safety zone, went back to Bunker Hill, where I stayed until I flew back home, which changed my whole view on the movement because it gave you a alternate view than what you see on lives. Trouble says, exactly, the nitpicking needs to stop. It does. If you're going to stand in freedom and stand on a principle and stand on a belief, then you have got to look beyond that shit, because that is the left shit. That is what the left and the media and everything is pruning us to be, enemies. When, you know what? If I'm hungry and my kids are starving and my neighbor, I know they got food, I'm going to knock on their door. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you may or may not know me, but I don't give a shit, really, because I got 2 kids in my house that can't eat. And I wanted to know if you got anything I can cook to feed them. See, there's a time to me in a place where the barriers fall. The barriers fall, the walls fall, everything falls. And you just got to be human. What separates us as humans? Nothing. What separates us is money and bills and status and shit like that. Okay? We separate ourselves. And because we can't go back to the basics, when can you stand with a person that when they have it all, you're there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so it says I'm in studio and it says I've still got 4. So let me see who's here. Okay. I got 3. He says 5 by 5. What in the hell is a 5 by 5? I'm here, so I just need to know that you are. I got 2 on the screen. Let me see what's going on. I got 3. I got 3. I got 3. So who's here? I got Grow. Hold on. Okay. I just put the link in StreamYard. I guess it's StreamYard. Hold on, I'm in YouTube. Hold on. Okay, so let's try this. I forgot. I was going to say you guys could come in, but I can't get it working. So let me see who's in here. I'm showing no one at this point. Let me see who's here. I don't see any number on my screen at all. Two. So that's good. CB stuff loud and clear. Let's see what's going on. Who's here? Who's here? Grow Better and who else? Me? Just me and you? It's 1:54 a.m. Who's in here with me other than Grow? Checking to see how many is in here. I still got 2 according to the computer. Tell you what.